You are now entering the world of Musings of a Geek podcast network. Stay geeky, my friends.
Coming to you from the Bob Studios, it's the History of Bad Ideas podcast with your host, Jason Brigger and Jeff Now.
Welcome to History of Bad Ideas, episode number 33.
33? I thought we were on 32.
Yeah, 32, 33.
The podcast they can't count.
Yeah, see?
All right, so let's get on with this puppy then.
I'm Jason.
I'm Jeff.
Insert your name here.
And the guy covered up in blankets galore is Blake.
The Bob Studio is like 30 degrees in here.
We're trying to save on money here. We turned off the heat.
I'm so cold.
The heat? We turned off heat in the middle of August?
Yes. It's 105 degrees out, but 30 degrees in here. You look like one of the guys from like the King Arthur's court, like just layered up on blankets over there.
I'm from the north. I'm a Stark.
I don't know what that is.
It's Game of Thrones reference.
Oh, okay. Jeff, did you get it?
I got it.
Okay, good.
All the cool people did.
Sorry. We have no guest in the studio tonight.
What? What up with that?
I don't know. So
They probably couldn't get across the police lines that we set up to keep Dr. Number One from rioting and getting in here.
You haven't seen him out there, have you?
That's right.
No, he's not out there now unless he's got a good disguise.
He might.
He might be disguised as a hedge. That hedge does look different, doesn't it?
Well, we do have a lot of fans out there. I see Nickel. That's about it.
Oh, hey. Good for Nickel.
Yes. And VD, or VF, whatever his name is. So, from graphic novels.
The guy, VD, the guy that just won't go away.
He comes back once a month, once every 2 months he flares up. We're on Musings Geek Network with 87 podcasts.
Musings of the Geek with how many podcasts?
I think about 37. I think we're up to.
No, I don't know. I can't count, so.
So it could be 12.
A lot.
Could be 27.
It's somewhere in between, I think.
Yes. And then we're on Geek Life Radio.
Geek
Life.
Life Radio.
9 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Eastern, every Friday.
What is that mountain time?
It is 8 o'clock Mountain Time,
Pacific?
7 o'clock Pacific,
Central Canadian?
midnight. I don't know Central Canadian. Hawaiian
o'clock?
time, it would be 5 a.m. So there you go. Check us out every Friday as well. And listener feedback.
All right.
Feedback.
From number one fan Doug.
Can't give yourself a nickname. He has a couple of them here. First off, with DC putting out release dates for 9 movies, how confident are you that they can get it done? He read on Yahoo Movies, talking about laying the groundwork for multiple movies. And then he goes into a little rant. Unfortunately for the other studios, particularly Warner Brothers, the shared universe approach is probably not going to work as well for them. Marvel only got to the point where it could lay out plans for 11 films after making 10 successful ones over a 6-year span. With movies and TV series like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and upcoming Defenders on Netflix, Marvel's has already done the heavy lifting and built out a world for their character to inhabit.
Damn, Doug's done his homework.
He
that
has.
was long. I mean, you don't have to add anything to it.
What has Warner Brothers done to sell 9 movies?
Oh, then he asked us a question.
They made 2013's Man of Steel, then he answered it.
No, that's it.
That's it.
In the words of Doug.
Well, I agree.
And they cast Ben Affleck as Batman. That's what they've done.
Oh, that's true. That is true. We've talked about it. We're not very confident that they're going to get those 9 movies out. Anyone else?
They are a movie-making facility, so they should be able to make whether they're going to be good movies
Okay, let's
or
do
not.
that.
They'll get them out,
Yeah,
I
you know,
think.
8 of 9 will probably be pieces of shit. And
Yes.
one may actually be good.
Aquaman's going to be good.
I can see that.
Or Sheriff Lobo.
Especially if they release it during Shark Week.
Just Aquaman.
Yeah.
Let's see here. With Jenna Coleman leaving the show, could this be the end of
Wait,
Doctor
hold on a
Who?
second. Who's Jenna Coleman?
I think she's the Doctor's assistant in Doctor Who.
I have no clue who she is.
I'm going with yes.
Is she old English lady or young English lady?
Young-ish.
Oh, yes.
So
I'm going to say no because I don't even know who she is, and I've seen some Doctor Who. So they had it on long before she was, so they'll continue long after she's gone.
I think it could be the end of Doctor Who.
Okay.
I have nothing to back that up with.
Other than you want it to be the end of Doctor Who?
Actually, I don't want it to be the end of Doctor Who. We got very many Doctor Who fans, so I can't rag on them anymore. But but I don't know. I'm going to say yes. It's the end.
I'm going to say no.
Okay.
I say Doctor Who ends and then it becomes Doctor What?
Ooh. And then Dr. Howe.
Why?
Ooh. And then Dr. Hauser.
Yes.
There you go.
MD.
Doogie Howser. Also, Doug was gracious enough to give us our first prize for listener contest out there.
Listener contest. Dun, 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 dun.
Tweet us at Bad Ideas Podcast.
Or hit us up at our Facebook page.
History of Bad Ideas Podcast. Or email us at
thehistoryofbadideas@gmail.com.
And if you do, give us the best top 5 that we should do at the end of the episode. Not this episode.
Obviously, we won't get it in time for you.
Yes. So we will do what? 2-3 weeks. What do you think?
We'll give you 3 weeks.
3 weeks, starting from today. So,
What about Tumblr?
or Tumblr? What about that, Jeff?
Well, you can look at our Tumblr page. It's really, you don't really reach you as much at Tumblr. It's kind of a cross between your
Because Jason
Pinterests
doesn't know
and
how
your...
to work it.
Yeah.
Do you know how to work Tumblr?
No.
Okay.
Well, it's pretty easy. Either post something or forward
I
something.
can't find anything on Tumblr. Anybody's Tumblr. Anyways, so if you tweet us, email us, or put it on our Facebook page, the best top 5, and we pick yours, you will get a autographed Kevin Smith, the writer and director and podcaster, screenplay of Dogma. So we will send that to your house. First real contest.
Yay.
So there you go. Spread the word.
Yay. You win, you have to give us your address, and that could be like a bad thing. So it's up to you.
Or a P.O. box, I suppose.
Okay, go buy a P.O. box, and then we'll send it to you.
Families are not included or not allowed to participate.
Must be 18 or older.
That's right. Families of us. Sorry, of Blake, Jeff, and me. If you get your family, if you would like to have your family to participate, you can. So there you go. First big contest.
Woo!
Yay.
From Bob. He has a topic idea. It's a good one. I don't think we can do top 5, but things you hate in movies or TV shows that just bug you. Example, people just casually sitting on the hood of the cars. Hello, you're going to dent that shit. I like that.
I agree. Wholeheartedly.
Okay,
And, I know that the top of my Ford sunroof is dented because the teenage girls sat on top of it, probably in their parking lot at high school, because that's what they've seen.
Would that be your daughters?
Yeah. Because that's what they've seen on TV, and they've done it, and I'm like, you guys sat on top of the hood of the car, on top of the car. How do you know? I know.
Did you ground them?
No.
Did they pay for it?
It's going to be their car anyways. I don't care.
So you went out with the bat and started hitting it more?
Yeah, really, just go kick it in.
Fuck this.
I'm done.
My biggest thing is people working at typical waiter, waitress's jobs, and they have the nicest apartments known to man in New York City or LA or
like Friends?
Yes.
Yeah,
How did they
giant studio apartments that
How
you
did
can't
they afford that?
Rent control, they explained that.
Is that what they said?
Yeah, it was still under Monica's grandmother's name.
Oh, well, touche. Sorry.
So, I mean, they were paying what they were paying in the 60s or something.
Oh, well, fuck you. Anyways.
I'm sorry, I knew that.
The other one is people coughing. When they do a lot of coughing in an episode, they go through a cloud of smoke. Oh, I hate that. I hate it. It always feels like it goes on forever.
In Kick-Ass 2...
Yes, stop it.
Yeah, stop it. In
Stop.
Kick-Ass 2, they started texting. They would show the person texting and the other person texting.
Yeah.
And that was really annoying.
They do that on the Mindy Project a lot, too.
Yeah.
So.
And they show it on Sherlock, too.
Yeah, they do show it on Sherlock. Sherlock gets a pass.
Because it's too cool not to.
I did watch Kick-Ass 2 last week. Again, for the second time. Just as funny the second time. Did you like it, Blake?
Not as good as Kick-Ass the first time. Because when she was a little girl kicking ass, it was pretty funny. Now she's a little older, there's a little different things involved, but it was an alright movie. It was okay. I didn't think it was as good as the first, but when are they?
Yeah.
Very rare. Unless you're Empire Strikes Back.
I like Jim Carrey in it.
I didn't realize that was Jim Carrey
Yes.
to begin with, and then when I did, I said, holy smokes, he's good.
Yes.
He's really acting.
Yes, he is. He hasn't done that since Truman Show. Anyone?
Oh God.
The Majestic?
I mean, he's done some things, but I don't even remember.
Number
what
23?
I haven't seen that one.
I haven't either, but I don't think I want
but-
to. Let's see here. Oh, what about the Penguin one? He did pretty well in that.
Mr. Popper's Penguin?
Yes.
Yeah, no.
The other thing is Bob, I have to call him out. He called me out as on the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge tonight.
Uh-oh.
Just donate.
Donate the $100.
Just donate the money. Everybody's doing this ice bucket thing. You know what? They
Well, you're
really
supposed
like
to.
it if you paid.
You're supposed to do the Ice Bucket Challenge and donate $10. That's the thing.
Well, where's the fun in that?
Wow.
How about you just pay $10?
Or if you don't do it, you pay $100.
Yeah, you're supposed to pay $100.
So,
Yeah.
so I am going to do it because my wife is making me do it. And then I got to find 3 people to do it with.
Do not nominate me. I won't do it.
Jeff?
Well, if you nominate me, and I'll ignore it, and if you can have that on your conscience that you 1/3 of the people you nominated you knew were just going to ignore it, what would you do?
Funny thing is, my wife and I kind of had this conversation already that Blake and Jeff would not be nominated.
Oh, thank you.
So
Stay with that plan.
we already figured that out. So, okay, so moving on. Dr. Number 1, at Dr. Number 1. Who is Adam Warlock and what is his connection to the Infinity Stones? Will we see him in a movie?
I have no clue.
First question.
Look it up on Google.
Who is Adam Warlock?
He's a superhero in the Marvel universe.
That's about as much as I know.
He is in Guardians of the Galaxy. In that
Is he one of those cameos that they make in the movie?
Yeah, in the collector's things. He's like in the big, I don't know, what is that, pod thing?
Adam Warlock was in the...
Yeah, he was in the brown pod. You didn't see him, you saw what he was in.
Oh.
Well, then how do you know it was him in there?
Because
someone said so.
Somebody compared that thing, that alien pod thing, to the comic book, and that's what Adam Warlock came out of.
Sure.
So that's what I'm going with.
Well, according to Wikipedia,
Okay, here we go.
Adam Warlock, originally known as Him, is a fictional character that appears in comic books published by Marvel Comics. The character first appeared in Fantastic Four 66 and 67 and was created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. Then a lot of other crap that he does.
What are Infinity Stones?
Here we go. Here's the fictional character biography. Scientists calling themselves the Enclave created an artificial perfect human who initially calls himself Him. After rebelling against his creators and having a conflict with Thor, he decided to leave Earth and travel in space. He encounters the High Revolutionary, who gives him the name Warlock. The High Evolutionary requests Warlock's help in saving the artificially created Counter-Earth from the evil Man-Beast, and gives Warlock the Green Soul Gem. Ooh.
Okay.
Also referred to as the Soul Jewel.
So how does he get the first name Adam then?
I don't know. I can keep reading if you
It
want
was
me
him,
to.
and then they call him Warlock, and he's like, yeah, I need a first name.
And Adam was
That's
the first
one
person.
he looked up. He opened the baby
So is he a
name
good
book.
guy?
He opened the baby name
I
book.
think
and
he's
the first
supposed to be a
page,
good
he said,
guy.
Adam.
Right there.
Boom.
When the stranger attempts to steal Warlock's soul gem, Warlock learns about 5 other related gems. Thanos gains possession of these gems with the intention of destroying Earth's sun. When Thanos causes mortal harm to Pip and Gamora, Warlock takes their souls to end their suffering. Warlock then enlists the aid of the Avengers, Captain Marvel, and Moondragon to stop Thanos.
Okay, that's good. That's all we don't.
Okay.
I guess we won't see him in a movie for a while.
He's supposed to be in the sequel to Guardians.
What's his next Doctor Number 1?
How bad is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? We have not seen it.
Can't judge it.
No,
Oh, wait,
we could.
I could judge it.
It's America.
Well, it's as bad as anything that, or I suppose it's as good as anything that Michael Bay could make.
Yes.
But he can't make anything good, so.
Didn't you want to go see it?
I did.
Are you still wanting?
I still want to see it. I don't want to pay to see it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I still want to see it, but
Do you make connections at theaters we can get in free?
possibly. I don't know if.
You can always sneak in the exit door.
Yes.
That's true.
Or we could pay to see Guardians and then sneak into Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, so at least our
walk
money
out of
goes.
one, walk into
Unless
the
the
next.
money goes to Guardians.
Yeah. See? That's what I'm thinking. Let's see here. We did have one question from Graphic Novice. It was directed at Blake. He wanted to know what... Oh, I'm sorry, wait. Doctor Number One had another one. He saw the last 30 minutes of The Losers, the movie, and he wanted to know if he should see the rest.
Yes.
Yes. Very good film. Have you seen Losers?
No.
Oh, okay. It was a long time. It was 10 years ago?
Oh, that long.
8 years? 6 years? I'm just going to throw numbers out.
Sure.
We can't count.
We can't count anyway, so it really doesn't matter.
No, very funny. Go see, watch the rest of it. Graphic Novice has one for Blake. What political things, including the Democratic Party, do you think could have happened to avoid the riots in Ferguson, Missouri? Well, we're done with listener feedback. We're out of time. So appreciate it, Nickel. We will try to get to that one next week. Blake had a couple good ones on it, but, we can't get to it. So there you go. Okay, that music means draft day.
Draft day! Everyone's favorite part of the show.
Yes.
Except apparently Bob Holtz, because he wants to do Riddle Me This instead of a draft day.
He does. And this is back. We've had a couple Riddle Me This.
Yep.
And if you've sent one in, a Riddle Me This or a draft day, we are getting to them. We have about 8 of them, six to 8, so we got some good ones.
We're stockpiling.
We are. But you can still send listener feedback.
Keep sending them.
And certainly send in top 5 suggestions, because you can win a prize.
Screenplay signed by Kevin Smith.
Dogma.
Let's see. This is from Meg Smith at Mindian's Minute.
Yay, Meg.
Check them out on iTunes. And let's see. Gilligan's Island.
Drafting a new Gilligan's crew.
So basically, we take the characters and we draft them. We draft a whole new team. They can be real. They can be fictional. Mostly it started as fictional comic book hero guys, and then it's expanded to fictional. And then Blake brought real people in. So we're just going to draft anybody you want for it.
Real dead people every once in a while.
That's right.
Hashtag Weekend at Cobain's. Let's see here. First person, Gilligan, played by Bob Denver, the bumbling, accident-prone crewman, affectionately known as Lil Buddy.
Little buddy.
Of the boat SS Minnow. Fun fact, I got a fun fact here.
Fun fact.
Denver was not the first choice to play Gilligan. Jerry Van Dyke was offered the role, but he turned it down, believing the show would never be successful. Instead, he decided to play the lead in My Mother the Car.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, remember that?
No.
The mom dies, and she comes reincarnated back in the car.
What a great concept.
Great concept.
Great Hollywood concept.
Premiered the following year after Gilligan's, and how many seasons did it last, Blake?
Canceled after 1.
Oh, it made a whole season. That surprises me.
Well, it's back in the 60s. They let everything go.
They had to suffer through 21 episodes.
Now, if it's not good in the 2 episodes, they cut it.
And especially that was like back in the era where you took girls out in your car and made out with them at the drive-in.
Oh, that would be
And your mother's like reincarnated in the car. How awkward is that?
I do remember seeing show like this on like bad late night shows and that. My Mother car, and like the car doors would open up and like make hijinks. It was bad.
Yeah. So he looked at that script and said,
much better.
This whole 3-hour tour, people getting stranded on a desert island, making radios out of coconuts is bullshit, man. But hey, my mom's gonna be reincarnated as this car. That's a great concept. I'm smoking too much dope, and that makes great. It must have been the LSD era in the 60s, right?
I think so. That was
there
LSD,
you go.
wasn't it?
He's
Acid,
probably doing too much acid and said, yeah, I like that script.
Alan Hale Jr. is captain, a.k.a. the skipper, Jonas Grumby. I never knew his name.
Neither did I. I just know him as the skipper.
I knew it.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, look at you. Gave you the answer. Now you know it. Oh, you know what? Blake and I knew it now, too. It's Jonas Grumby.
Yeah.
Jim Backus, who's my favorite, is Thurston Howell III.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah.
The millionaire. The character Hal was he played was a Harvard graduate, a Republican, and a multi-billionaire until his losses in the Great Depressions left him a multi-millionaire.
Gosh, go from multi-billion to multi-million.
Tough life.
Horrible.
Natalie Schaefer as Lovey. Eunice Lovell. Whatever. Wentworth Howe.
Lavelle Wentworth Howe. Lovey.
Thurston's wife, who he calls Lovey. She had it written, the actress actually had it written in her contract there would be no close-ups of her because of her age. She was 63.
Should
And
I
I
hit
think-
that close-up, wrinkly face?
I guess
Too-
not.
Too
I think
self-conscious.
Jim Backus was 40-something at the
Imagine
time.
how
Really?
far we
Yeah.
God, he looked much older, and
I
she
think
looked
that's what I
younger.
read, that there was like a 15 to 20 year age difference. Tina Louise as Ginger Grant, the movie star, and as a Marilyn Monroe, Jane Mansfield type. Mansfield. Russell Johnson as Professor Roy Hinckley, PhD, who went on to kill someone, didn't he?
No.
Oh, different Roy Hinckley.
Yeah,
my
it was a
bad.
different-
My bad.
Oh, you're thinking of
Well, actually,
Ray
it was a
Hinckley.
Ray Hinckley. My
He
bad.
was a junior type.
No, I think there is someone named Russell Johnson who was a killer somewhere, and there was some thing going across the internet that I think they were calling him the Zodiac Killer. I saw something on the internet, but that was just one of those fake news services.
Russell Johnson, the actor, never liked the role because he was pigeonholed in it, he said.
Well, he pretty much was. What did he do after?
Hey, at least he had a good 7-year run or however long it
I
lasted.
think it lasted like 3.
Yeah, I think it was.
And then a couple of
Movies.
reunions.
Yeah.
I have a question. If they're only going around for a 3-hour tour, how is it they had all that luggage on that boat?
That
to
is
have
the
all those-
multi-million-dollar question.
Because the Howls do not travel lightly.
Uh-huh.
I don't think...
They bring their luggage with them
They all
everywhere
had
they
suitcases
go.
full of clothes.
In case they got stranded on a deserted
But it was
island.
only a 3-hour tour.
In case they got stranded on a deserted island. They were
All right.
prepared.
They were the original Doomsday Preppers.
Yeah. All right, sorry, final option.
Dawn Wells as Mary Ann Summers, a simple farm girl from Winfield, Kansas. So,
Yay.
we have to draft them. We go around. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay, Jeff goes first.
Okay, I go first. Hey.
Jeff, go ahead.
I'll go take my Ginger Grant first.
Ginger Grant.
First
I'm
round pick.
going to take Jessica Rabbit to play Ginger Grant.
Fuck you! God damn it!
Seriously?
Yes!
Really?
I had Jessica Rabbit! Damn it!
That disturbs me.
Well,
Both of you.
that's why I went first, and that's why I went that one first, because I thought that was the most obvious one that would be taken off my list.
Oh, you can go to hell. Okay, moving on, Blake. Your turn. It looks like shock over there.
I was still getting over the Jessica Rabbit. I guess I can understand it, but okay.
Damn it.
I'm going with my Bob Denver because, that's your anchor piece right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's your first round quarterback. And I'm going Bob Denver. I'm going with Jim Carrey.
Oh, okay.
I like to see Jim Carrey as a new Bob Denver, new Gilligan.
Okay.
He could do it.
I'm going to go with...
Note, he's also still alive.
He is still alive.
Yeah, that makes it a little bit easier to cast. Then.
I'm going with Mary Ann.
All right.
I'm going with Penny from Big Bang Theory.
Okay.
So, just because I like to look at her too. So,
And she's-
Penny's the waitress,
Yes.
girlfriend of that one guy.
Yeah. So, I like Penny.
It's played by Kaylee Cuoco. I can
Yes.
agree with that.
Chris
Kind of-
Pratt abs.
Kind of wish I would have thought of Penny, and I
Yeah,
didn't.
yeah, you thought of Jessica Rabbit though. you
I know.
dickhead.
Yeah,
Son
that's
of a
where
bitch, my
I go.
backups suck.
Then take that.
Round 2.
Round 2. Second round draft pick.
All right, I'll go round 2. I'll go with my skipper, and I'm going to take Baloo from the Jungle Book or the Tailspin cartoon.
I think that's the
bear.
second time you've drafted him.
I don't think so.
Oh, maybe I did.
Maybe you did. I don't know. If somebody else drafted him else, I don't remember.
I'm
But
sensing an anime theme with
You
you.
think so?
The animation.
Animation theme?
you think so?
Baloo as the skipper.
Yep.
I can see
Why?
Because he's the big heavy guy who laughs a lot. He
Okay.
he kind of runs the show in the Jungle Book and Tailspin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bill Murray's is doing his voice in the live action CGI Jungle Book from Jon Favreau.
Okay.
So Bill Murray's doing Baloo.
Is it going to be based off of the story or
Don't know.
the cartoon?
Don't know. Idris Elba is the tiger, Shere Khan. So, okay, Blake, who's your second round pick?
All right, I'm going to make a run on skippers.
Okay.
So my Alan Hale, I'm thinking Alan Hale, portly, funny guy. I'm going to take Archie Bunker.
Oh,
Oh.
damn.
But could you imagine him as a grump ass skipper?
I like it. I like it. Okay. Well, I don't have to get a skipper now. I can wait on mine. Let's see here. My millionaire.
All right.
I'm going Richard Branson.
A real millionaire.
Ooh.
Kind of a douchebag, too. So I feel like, he kind of laughs at others' misfortunes. I could see that with Branson, allegedly. So I feel pretty good. I'm going Richard Branson as the millionaire.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Penny and Richard Branson. Okay, Jeff, round 3.
Round 3.
Third round pick.
I'll go after my professor on this one. And we're going to go with Donatello the turtle.
On the professor?
Yeah, because he can make anything. He can make a coconut radio.
This is the worst Gilligan's Island I've ever seen.
So far,
This is the best Gilligan's Island.
Donatello?
Why
You're the
would
one that made fun of him last week or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
All right,
and he fits the professor.
go.
You think I don't
I'm-
say the same stuff about the professor as I would about Donatello?
I'm feeling so confident about my picks. I want to trade you my 3rd round pick for your 4th round pick, so I can have 2 4th round picks.
Nope, I'm not trading.
I'll do it.
All right, I'll trade you my 3rd round pick.
Okay, so I got 2 picks now?
This is our first draft day trade.
It is. I don't know why we're trading, but we
yeah.
are.
All right, Jason gets 2 in a row
I
then.
even tried to better Jeff's picks in his teams, but he denied it.
I denied it. I don't trust you. You're up to something.
I'm going with
Okay.
I'm going with the millionaire wife, Lovey.
Okay.
And this is because I think of, she kind of had a stick up her ass. And she was not very pleasant. She had some moments. I'm going with Queen Elizabeth.
The current one or the first one?
The current one.
Oh, okay.
She looks like she has a stick up her ass. I think she could be. She likes
no
high
face,
society.
no close-ins on her face.
No close-ups on her face. That's right. I could see her and Richard Branson hating each other, or Branson, oogling her. I don't know. He seems like he could. So I got Richard Branson and Queen Elizabeth as a millionaire and his wife.
Oh, well, they're both from the same country.
See?
There you go. They're both British.
That was with Blake's pick. See, it was a free pick, so I might as well do
There you
it.
go.
Might
Free
as well.
pick. Take it.
Okay.
Gamble it.
Now my
4th round.
my 3rd round pick
Your
still.
3rd round pick. That was my
that was
his 3rd round pick. Yeah.
I'm going with the skipper, and I'm going to have a dead person. I'm going Captain Phil Harris from The Deadliest Catch. Isn't he dead?
Is he the one that died?
Yeah, I think so.
Could be.
I'm going with him.
Okay. Fishing
captain.
Fishing
He does the
captain.
lobster, or what does he do? Crab. He does crab fisherman.
Yeah.
He was always surly, but he always joked and laughed. He smoked a lot. So I've thought of that. So there you go.
Okay.
There's
All
my
right.
skipper.
All right. Yeah.
My team sucks. Okay, moving on.
That's why I'm trading away my picks.
It's to me.
I'm confident.
4th round.
Confident
I'll
in
go
my
with
drafting
my.
skills. Jeff's
I'll
next
go with
pick
my
is not
Lovey
gonna worry
Howell.
about me, yeah.
And
it.
I'm going to go with Miss
Love it.
Bianca from The Rescuers and Rescuers Down Under, as voiced by Ava Gabor.
You really could have used my 3rd round pick.
I would have picked the same thing anyway, so really I
That's
didn't
why
need it.
I'm so confident.
Blake wins this game by default this week.
Nope, mine is the best.
I was watching The Rescuers with my son this past couple
So
weeks
you
ago.
know that she fits Mrs. Howell.
That is a really creepy show.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty creepy. Okay, moving on. 4th round. Blake, you got 2 of them.
I've stockpiled 2 picks
Oh,
here.
back to back, Blake.
Unfortunately,
back
let
to
time
back.
run out so he doesn't get any.
Oh no, I'm all on this here. Actually, I'm stockpiling my picks. I'm picking them as a pair. I'm picking my Thurston Howell and Lovey Howell together.
Okay.
I am picking Heart to Heart. Robert Wagner and Stephanie Powers.
Well,
Not
played.
as they were in the TV show, but in their actual ages now. Because, Robert Wagner's selling those damn reverse mortgages. He ain't got nothing else to do. And Stephanie Powers, she was a good-looking lady back in her day. Probably still a good-looking lady in her older age, but she definitely wouldn't want any close-ups.
That's a nice one. I like that.
Heart to
I like
heart,
that.
baby.
I like
That's
that.
right. Stockpile my picks.
Oh, that means it comes back to me then, doesn't
Round
it?
5.
I'll go for Gilligan.
Okay.
My Gilligan is going to be Shaggy.
Cross him off my list.
That's right.
I had Shaggy written down.
All right. Well, then you should have picked him. It's a 5th round. You can't be mad
was
now.
based upon Bob Denver. That's right.
Well, my other option was going to be Maynard G. Krebs.
Maynard G. Krebs.
How unoriginal are you?
But that's why I decided
We
I'll
have
go
to
with...
bring it up, and we have to reference prior podcasts to make people go listen to those.
That's true. Maynard G. Krebs still was on many of them.
Yes.
And Scooby-Doo and Shaggy and the theory of the kids.
Yes. Okay, we haven't drafted the Scooby-Doo gang yet, have we?
Didn't we?
I don't think we have.
Well, if we did, we can always do it again.
We probably haven't. We just used them to draft other people.
Maybe. Blake, who's your 5th round pick?
I'm going with my Tina Louise, Ginger Grant, movie star Marilyn Monroe. I think this requires a sexy young lady who has great acting range. And so I am going Jennifer Lawrence.
Oh.
Okay.
You know,
He's actually
what I'm going to go
he's
with.
actually really trying to cast this as a Hollywood movie, it sounds like.
I like it. I like it.
I'm gonna sell this to Hollywood here in a moment.
I'm going Gilligan. I am going to go Dudley Do-Right. Canadian little connection there.
Canadian plug.
See? But I like Dudley Do-Right.
There you go.
I hated Bullwinkle and Rocky.
I don't know how you hated Rocky and
I
Bullwinkle.
hate them.
Wasn't he always rescuing Penelope?
Yes, on the train
Yeah.
tracks.
Train tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was always rescuing him. No, the horse was always rescuing him.
horse
That's
was.
right.
The horse was.
Yeah,
that's right.
because
The
he was
horse
inept
a
like
real
a
superhero.
Gilligan.
Like
would be.
Gilligan. So I wanted Dudley Do-Right. My other close
There you
one
go.
was George of the Jungle. That was my other one.
Ah.
But I'm going Dudley
Well,
Do-Right.
George would have been handy on an island.
He would have been. He kept
Yeah.
running into trees,
That's right.
though.
You can get them coconuts.
That's right.
Make radios
And nuclear
for
bombs.
the professor.
Nuclear
All right,
bombs.
here comes my weakest pick of them all. Worse than everything I've already picked.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, really? Oh, this is your weakest?
Oh, this is the weakest. Mr. Howell.
Yes?
I'm going with Mr. Magoo.
I was about to say Mr. Magoo.
Jim Back is
I was about to
the
say
voice of Mr.
he
I was
sounds
about
just
to
like
guess
him.
You were going to say Mr. Magoo.
Going with
shit.
Mr. Magoo.
Your team is awful.
And it's going to win. You watch.
So wait a minute, who is your lovey?
Miss Bianca?
So Mr. Magoo and Miss Bianca are getting it on.
Yes, they are. Well, as much as Lovey and Thurston ever got it on.
Let's see here. Blake, your number 6 round pick.
Russell Johnson, the professor. I can only think of Bill Nye, the science guy.
Oh, that's a good one. That is a good one.
He's no Donatello.
Yeah, he's better than Donatello.
Hey,
I
can
thought
we-
you liked Donatello. I
Yeah,
thought
but
you
not on
liked
an
that.
island.
Oh, yeah. Heaven forbid a reptile live on an island.
Bill Nye!
I like Bill Nye. That's a good one, Blake. I'm going to go... Son of a bitch. I guess I'll go the professor, too. I don't know. My team sucks. I'm doing it just because it's going to fuck everybody up on the island, and I like the sinister aspect of it. I'm going Dr. Crane from Scarecrow, Batman.
I thought you were going to say Dr. Crane as in
Fraser Crane?
Frasier.
Fraser
I was
Crane.
about to say,
Jonathan
awesome
Crane?
choice!
I meant Fraser
Now
Crane.
I'm like,
I went Fraser
no.
Crane.
Fraser
Crane. Dr. Fraser Crane. That's who I'm going with as a professor.
All right. I'll allow it.
I meant like Fraser Crane when he dressed as a scarecrow for one of the Halloween episodes.
Oh, yeah, I missed that one.
Right.
I'm going Fraser Crane. There you go. God, my team's awful.
All right.
I got one pick left.
I got one pick left, too. I've got my Marianne to go with.
Ooh, I got my Marianne too. I bet my Marianne's better than your Marianne.
I bet it's probably. My Marianne, I'm picking Gidget.
Ah, see what you
That's really hitting the 72 to 80-year-old age range we were looking
You're talking
for.
about
Yeah.
young Gidget though.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely a young Gidget.
Okay,
it's
okay.
not like Sally Field as she is now. Sally Field as she was then. So, or the animated version is even
That's right.
better since it fits the rest of my team.
Brunette,
But-
pigtails,
Okay.
Gidget, bangs. Yeah.
No Penny, but you know.
I'll agree. Your Penny was a good pick. I'll give you that
That
one.
was about my only good pick. Let's see.
Or your Fraser Crane.
Yes, Fraser Crane, courtesy of Blake over there. Blake was his paid scout.
Raise Craig.
Go ahead, Blake. What's your
My
last pick?
Marianne, I had to think hard about this one. I had to think of a really good-looking lady who can dumb it down, but yet still look cute in pigtails. You know, the Betty. You know, to the Flintstone. What's her name?
Wilma.
The Bad Betty. And I was thinking, you know what? We mention her every podcast, so we might as well get her out of the way now. Let's go with Hayden Panettiere.
Oh, I think you would mention her every week.
Yeah, we haven't mentioned her every week.
I don't know what you're talking about. You guys talk about her every week.
I thought you were going with Zoe Saldana. Sorry. Let's see here.
Or it could have been, what's your name from 500 Days of Summer?
Zoe Deschanel?
Yeah, Zoe Deschanel would have been my backup.
Oh, okay. Well, I've got Ginger, last pick of the draft, Mrs. Irrelevant.
Ginger.
I was going to go with the ghost of Marilyn Monroe. I thought of that.
You could have gone with, what's her name? TMNT? What's her name? The annoying man thumb girl.
Oh, Megan Fox.
Megan Fox. Since she's got a nasty Marilyn Monroe tattoo on her arm that they always airbrush out. Yeah.
Ugh.
Megan Fox's tattoo. That's what you can go
Megan
with.
Fox.
I'm going Megan Fox's tattoo.
No, what are you really going with?
Perez Hilton.
Yeah.
I'm going Perez Hilton.
Perez Hilton.
Perez Hilton.
So, you know who I just thought of from that?
Yes.
Ashley Judd. She played Marilyn Monroe in the movie.
Oh yeah, she did.
Ashley
Gia?
Judd.
Gia? Was it?
No, Ashley Judd played the.
Was it My Weekend with Marilyn?
Oh, maybe that was it.
I don't remember which movie she was in. She
Well,
played
I'm going
Marilyn.
Perez Hilton.
Yeah, Perez Hilton's better.
Perez or Paris.
Perez or Paris. So my team is Dudley D. Rice Gilligan, Captain Phil Harris, the Ghost, as the skipper. I almost picked Peter Griffin for that one, for Family Guy. Penny.
That would have worked.
As Mary Ann. Perez Hilton as Ginger. Millionaire is Richard Branson with his wife Lovey, Queen Elizabeth. And Dr. Fraser Crane, courtesy of Blake, for the Professor.
Actually,
All
you have two Canadian references there, because, Queen Elizabeth, Queen of the Commonwealth.
It's true, that is true.
Yeah, isn't she on their money or something?
Is she?
I don't know.
Side of her face.
So
Somewhere.
the tire money or the real money?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know what this tire money
Have
is.
we figured out what tire money is yet?
Canada, can you email us this or tweet? What the hell is tire money? Okay, go ahead.
Let's see. For Gilligan, I've got Shaggy. For the skipper, I've got Baloo. For Mr. and Mrs. Howell, I got Mr. Magoo and Miss Bianca. For Ginger, I got Jessica Rabbit. Bam, right there. That's the win. For the Professor, I've got Donatello. And for Marianne, I got Gidget.
Okay. Blake?
Oh, you want to hear the winning lineup?
Yes, you are the winning lineup by
The winning
default.
lineup is Bob Denver is Jim Carrey.
Okay.
The skipper is Archie Bunker.
Mm-hmm.
The Howls are Heart to Heart.
I like that pick best.
Ginger is J. Law, Jennifer Lawrence.
Okay.
Bill Nye the Science Guy is the Professor. And Marianne is Hayden Panettiere and Pigtails.
Definitely have to be the pigtails.
And Blake wins this round of draft day. And just to let you know, we record on Tuesdays usually, and we do we live tweet while we're at it. So we do get into get people tweeting us during the show. Stephanie McCoy asked for a shout out. Can we give her a shout out?
Let's give her a shout out.
Shout out. Stephanie McCoy. Stephanie McCoy.
Stephanie McCoy.
Grr. I saw you tweeting about cats. The only good cat is a dead cat. Moving on.
Wow.
What? I didn't. That wasn't me.
Oh, yeah, that stupid Doctor Number One.
Get out of here. So this is Stephanie McCoy. Shout out to you this week. Shout out of the week.
Woo!
Yay. And we're back with Nickel having... we found Nickel.
He was able to get a hold of us and send in his report for this week after being missing in Moose Jaw for a couple of weeks.
I wouldn't say we were missing him, Bob. I would say we just haven't heard from him.
All right. Well, we'll put it this way. So let's see if we can get in contact with Nickel here for his report.
Nickel.
Wow, that was the worst fake telephone I've ever heard.
That was a real telephone.
Now we're trying to get him over the dial-up internet. All right, wait a minute. I think I hear Nickel coming in.
It was strong. Yeah. No, my left eye hasn't stopped twitching for 2 days now. Oh, we probably should have made it into brownies or something. Seems less threatening that way. What's that? No. Thanks, guys. Fantastic show so far. I'm here on Main Street in beautiful downtown Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan at the Coffee Encounters Cafe, where they specialize in fair trade coffee, loose leaf teas, and some pretty freaking delicious sandwiches. Now, there's an abundance of stories here in the Jaw, and while I was prepared to talk about the old arena, affectionately known as the Crush Can, or maybe the upcoming season for the city's junior team, the Moose Jaw Warriors, it seems that our social media friends had other designs for this story. In fact, ever since we announced this trip, I've been inundated with one question. Why do they call it Moose Jaw? So let's put the hockey on hold for a quick second, and let's first get a sense for this charming town's history and just how it got its name. A quick visit with one of the local elders was all I needed to get some answers, and some pretty decent hash, but that's a story for another time. There seems to be about 3 leading candidates as to where the name originated, all based on First Nation words meaning slightly different things. Now, excuse me if I butcher these a little, but there's Musu Chepiskin Isipi, which means the river shaped like the jaw of a moose, referring to the bend in the river here in Moose Jaw. Musu Chepiskin, the place where the white man mended his cart with the jawbone of a moose. That's my personal favorite. Or, the easier to say, Moose Ga, which means warm breezes, and there have been a few. Now, I'm going to quote the tourism board directly and agree that whichever of these 3 is actually fact and the place where Moose Jaw got its name, Moose Jaw truly is a city as unique as its name. Stay tuned next week to see if the Musings of a Geek Network actually approves my application to turn this into a 3-part story. Until then, I'm graphic novice co-host and History of Bad Ideas hockey correspondent Craig Nickel, signing off. Back to you guys.
Well, thank you, Nickel, for that non-hockey related hockey report.
He really is the worst hockey correspondent ever.
But he's our worst hocky correspondent.
Yes, that's right. No one else mock him. And you did get approved for a 3-part, follow-up on this one. Dan just sent over the money, so I hope the $42 can get you for the next 3 weeks.
We're not exactly sure how the exchange rate works, because it is 42 American, but...
I think that's 800 pesos in Canada.
Could be.
I think so. Oh, no, it's 900 tire money. $900 tire money.
Canadian tire money. Okay.
So,
all right, we got that. Well, hopefully that spends up in Moose Jaw.
It's going to be wired to you by the AOL dial-up, so you should get that pretty soon.
Although, one of the requests is that you at least talk about Moose Jaw hockey in one of the 3 parts.
Yes, because it's much better than the Edmonton Oiler hockey in all the reports.
And if you make a Dudley Do-Right reference, we'll pay you double.
That's right.
That's coming out of Blake's pocket?
Yes, at Blake at Bad Ideas Podcast.
I got plenty of rubber checks.
And so that was our hockey segment this week. It's time for another installment of the News of the Geek.
Okay. First thing we'll do is Indie Revolver posted concept art featuring our first look at the main villain of the new Star Wars movie. And he's holding Darth Vader's helmet.
Ooh, or a helmet that looks like Darth Vader's helmet. He could have had a mold made in the 30 years since.
He kind of looks like a skull mixed with a robot under a black cloak.
He looks like, or Darth Vader's helmet looks like?
No, bad guy.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. They also have a description of the Sith Inquisitor. He has a robotic hand, mentioned by Badass Digest.
And what do they say about it?
He's tall, thin, and creepy, with glowing red eyes to match his red lightsaber. He's got robotic upgrades like Vader, but no mask. And the cybernetic bits weave in and out of him. He's got a human upper lip and a steel jaw. So there you go.
All right, who in the hell are these Sith Inquisitors? And where in the fucking series did I miss a Sith Inquisitor?
I think they're in the cartoon.
Well, then that explains it. Fucking Disney.
Actually, I think they're in the new cartoon, aren't they?
I don't know. The Inquisitors are... I don't know, in the Inquisition.
The
Inquisition!
What a show! The Inquisition! Way to go! Yeah, I had to do that.
I knew that was coming. Nick, can you wake up over there? Thank you.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
Our main weapon is fear. Fear and surprise are our two main weapons are fear and surprise, and an almost fanatical devotion to the Pope. Our three main weapons are fear, surprise, and almost fanatical devotion to the Pope, and nice little red uniform. Oh, bugger.
And poker with the fluffy pillow.
What have the Romans done for us lately? Wrong movie? Wrong movie?
Aqueducts?
Latino Review
El Mayimbe.
stated in Star Wars Episode 7 that Luke's lightsaber lands on a planet and setting up...
Luke's lightsaber
lands
on a planet.
Because it wouldn't burn up in the atmosphere.
This is the lightsaber that from the hand when he lost his hand in The Empire Strikes Back.
Okay. The Empire Strikes Back. So his lightsaber, when his hand gets cut by Vader in Empire Strikes Back, it goes down the air tunnel. Mm-hmm. No real purpose of why that exists there other than for a great scene.
Yes.
Goes down there.
I think that helped keep Cloud City aloft.
You think?
I think.
Sure.
There's a lot of pointless things in Cloud City. I agree.
There were.
Cloud City, then why don't they build it on the land? Because it says it lands on a planet.
So
why don't they put it up in the clouds?
Because
put it on the land.
Because they're harvesting whatever's in the clouds.
Water?
Yes, they're moisture farmers again in the clouds. It's better than being a moisture farmer in the desert.
That's true. And Daisy Ridley and John Boyega's characters, they find it and they go hunt for the Jedi Knight. Let's see here. A couple things from Latino Review. Spoilers. Possibly. They're all just rumors. Who knows?
Now, hold on a second.
Yes.
They go and they're hunting for the Jedi Knight.
Yes.
You mean Luke Skywalker?
Yes. I don't know why.
What does that have to do with his lightsaber landing on the planet?
They find it. And
they're on the planet and they find it.
And they want to go back to the...
But everybody knows he was on the planet with the Ewoks dancing around with that dumbass...
Well,
does everyone know that? Does everyone know that?
Yes.
Well, we know because we watched it, but do these people on a far planet...
smiling and waving to dead Ben Kenobi and Anakin.
Which Ben Kenobi? The Hayden Christensen one that they replaced him with, or...
No, Hayden Christensen's the Anakin.
Sorry, not Ben Kenobi, I'm out, sorry.
If they're going to replace Anakin with Hayden Christensen, then shouldn't they have replaced the Ben Kenobi with Ewan McGregor?
Maybe
with Renly?
Maybe because...
Oh, wait, wrong movie.
Maybe because Hayden Christensen, Darth Vader died when he was like Hayden Christensen. Like Anakin, really, his spirit died when he was young.
Oh, that's when he died.
That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, so bullshit.
I don't know. I'd say Disney and J.J. Abrams is screwing this up already.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are.
Well, they can't do any worse than what George already did in the prequels.
That's right. They do find...
I'm going to throw my money at Disney and say make it better than the prequels.
Well, they do find...
If they do, they kill him.
Can I finish?
No, you can't.
They do find Han Solo and Chewbacca.
They find them.
But they
were missing too?
But they no longer have the Millennium Falcon.
Because
what?
Well, that's because it broke Han Solo's leg.
Because Han Solo lost at gambling, poker.
Let's see. Luke has been missing since the events of Return of the Jedi, but not because he's in hiding, but he's been captive for 30 years.
By
Seriously?
Ewoks?
I hope that's not true.
By Ewoks.
By the Inquisitors.
They don't let him go.
The Ewoks
don't let him go.
The only Jedi in the universe, and he's captive and missing for 30 years.
The Inquisitors who are defenders.
His powers as a Jedi sucks, okay?
They're defenders of the Sith Order as the Inquisitors.
Whatever.
Luke is eventually found, and he explains the history of their order. It will apparently trigger a flashback with a star wipe or whatever. Lens flare.
With J.J. Abrams' lens flare.
To explain that Inquisitors have been assisting the Sith all along.
And there's Spock time traveling in this movie, too?
Maybe. Carrie Fisher's biological daughter will play young Princess Leia. Same flashback will also feature the return of Darth Vader. It will only be a brief appearance, and scene shows the Inquisitors serving him at some point in the franchise history.
That's right, because now you have to establish the whole Inquisitor storyline.
I like Blake angry.
I hate Disney.
Let's see here. Colander is reporting that Inhumans are ready to move forward and focus on bringing Black Bolt, Medusa, and company to the big screen. Site reckons Marvel plans to handle the Inhumans the same way they handled Guardians of the Galaxy.
Now, these are called the Inhumans.
They're basically mutants, aren't they, Jeff?
No, they are a different race. I think they're based off of a long line of Kree, I think.
That's right. Isn't it like some of them like populated, reproduced?
Yeah, I thought the Kree came to Earth like many years ago or something, and left some people behind, and I suppose they evolved into the Inhumans. The Inhumans, though, don't get their powers until they are triggered by the Tarragon crystals.
Oh, okay. So
Kryptonite.
No, they actually get power. They don't lose power from their own home planet. Let's see.
Oh, so it works as a positive for them, whereas for Superman, it just screws him up.
Get me. Let's see here.
Good thing water doesn't suck away my power.
Will occupy the movie. Will
will kill everybody.
Occupy one of the previously announced release dates, and Marvel will represent Marvel actively building into a multiple film cosmic universe. So there you go.
Do you have to say cosmic universe? Can't you just say universe, and doesn't that mean cosmic?
I'm going from now on just to get you going. I'm going to say cosmic universe every time.
Right.
Well, really, they want to differentiate because they're saying, all these movies take place in the Marvel Universe. Everything so far has been on Earth. So they want to let you know that the Marvel Universe involves the actual universe, not just Earth.
The world.
They want you to know that universe meaning cosmic.
So it's like a never-ending infinity.
Yes, exactly.
Number 3. Jesus. Number 3, shout out to Stephanie McCoy. Let's go, Stephanie!
Woo! Shout out!
McCoy!
Only a good cat is a dead cat. Moving on. Let's see. What? I didn't say anything. Must be the AOL dial-up or whatever. I'm just reading the signs outside our window for the studio, okay?
Oh, okay. Oh, that Dr. Number One? Call the police.
Let's see. Gen Con. We were there.
We were!
Been there, done it.
I saw both of you there.
Yes.
Yes.
Take a look at our Facebook page. We have pictures up from Gen Con, and we got we're going to probably have some articles written right on musings, Jeff.
Oh yeah, we'll probably write some stuff up there, throw them out there.
And episode 32 just came up with Oomba. We did an interview with Michael Williams from Oomba, the CEO
and founder
of it. Who also founded along with Nolan Bushnell from the Atari creator and the Chuck E. Cheese creator.
Yes.
So Atari and Chuck E. Cheese.
Yes.
That guy's behind Oomba. The man behind the man. He's behind the man. That's the man behind Oomba.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
But and we thank you to Oomba and Michael and everybody for giving us the opportunity. It was a great interview, and take a look. It's episode 32.
Yeah, Michael was a very energetic interview. He's definitely an entrepreneur type. Speaks with a lot of positive, a lot of positive outlook, and really inspires you when you walk away from listening to him talk.
So yeah, they have a tournament management system that's online, which has never been done before for board games. They're eventually trying to roll it out with RPGs. And a lot more things.
Well, everything, use it for anybody who does tournaments. You want a card tournament, you want a sports tournament, they want to do that. So
the tournament they were running at Gen Con was basically the rock, paper, scissors, Spock.
Lizard
Spock.
Yep.
Contest where everybody joined, and basically it was a bracketed contest. Mm-hmm. So they would call you back to when you show up for your bracket contest for your, rock, lizard, Spock. And they were going for the Guinness World Book of
Guinness World Record. Yes.
Did they get certified for the world record?
I do not know.
I have not heard.
I have not heard yet. Jeff, look that up.
I'll have to look that up.
So while he's looking that up, other than the fact that it was a great interview, and I hope this guy lands it with his Oomba, which is about time. You think somebody would come up with like a lot of this technology, but sometimes you just got to change paradigms. But Gen Con, Indianapolis, this year keeps getting bigger and bigger. They had over
56,000.
56,000 badges.
Yes.
That's people coming every day no matter what. Like me, I had a 4-day badge.
Well, Friday and Saturday.
But their total turnstile was 183,000.
Yes.
So it keeps growing by over 10% every year.
And if you didn't go this year, you need to go next year. So we played lots and lots of games. So let's get into it here. Blake, what did you play a lot of? Axis and Allies?
Yes, actually, I started off my Thursday with 3 Dungeons and Dragons games. We did 2 old basic rules D&D Borderland, keep on the Borderlands. For the old school fanatics would recognize that one right off the bat. And then we did a game, just a regular 3.5 D&D game that's sponsored by a group there that does things every year. They're called Knights of the Dragon. And basically they string together 20 plus D&D scenarios, which ultimately makes an entire story for the entire weekend. But the problem is that's a hell of a lot of games to play in a row without sleeping or eating. So we just played one of those and it was fun. And then spent basically Friday playing a lot of Axis and Allies. Played 2 games of that. The old traditional World War II. And then I never played the World War I version before. That came out last year. And I actually enjoyed the World War I version so much that we went back Saturday and played it again.
Okay. And then you came home Sunday?
And then came home Sunday on a hangover because Saturday night was a big party night. And, we had, a couple celebratory beers and good time.
Next year, I want to play an Axis and Allies game. I've never played it. Would they still let me in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've never played it, so I'm worried.
Yeah, I could even give you a tutorial before you go, so you don't look like a total newbie.
I'm still going to look like a total newbie.
Still.
Give them a tutorial.
Yeah, but a lot of the awards for the games and RPGs, Pathfinder once again dominates everything. Of course, they would do that. Of course, if you're Wizards of the Coast and you don't have a product that's worth a shit for the past 2 or 3 years, then you're not going to get nominated for anything. And they're coming out of their basic starter set with their 5th edition, which is, 2nd edition, old advanced Dungeons and Dragons, with good, 3.5 stuff that worked. And it's just like, why don't you just go back and rehash the whole thing and just ditch the 4th edition? But they couldn't even come out in time with all their stuff, and for Gen Con. They got this starter kit that's basically mostly a player's handbook with a couple, first ever monster statistics in the player's handbook. Because they couldn't afford the monster manual to come out in time for another couple of months, or a DM's guide, because it's called inept marketing.
I heard Dungeons & Dragons level 4 was shit.
Edition 4.
Whatever. Yes, it was shit.
Yes, it was shit.
Where's your radio sidekick, Ditman?
Yeah, where's the Dit Man?
He would say it was shit, too.
Yes.
It was shit.
Jeff, did you find out? Did they break the
No, I can't find out. It's not letting me know.
We will find out for you by next week. Let's see. We played some games, Jeff and I.
We did.
We played, was it Snake Oil by Out of the Box?
We did play Snake Oil.
It was an apples to apples version.
Yeah.
A lot of apples to apples variants there.
Yeah, that's the in thing right now.
Yeah. And
somebody's give you something, and then you throw a card, and they try to pick the best one. That type of gameplay. Yeah, there are a lot of those.
But this one was different because, I drew the superhero card. I was a superhero. And so everybody has 6 cards or 8 cards in their hands, and they combine 2 of them, and they try to sell it to you as a snake oil salesman, basically. Yeah. So, one had a flying horse they were trying to sell to me. Jeff had some crappy thing.
None of my cards and every time I tried to sell it to somebody else, the next person got something that would have sold better too.
I like the aspect of it because, you try to sell it as a salesman, look, I got this. You have to have it as a superhero because no superhero is without it.
Yeah, the biggest difference on that one is who actually is putting each answer out there.
And you're not doing so much the cards that you're picking; it's the sales pitch.
It's a sales pitch, so you got to try and sell your pitch. Because I think I had a cheese fountain or something on one of mine.
I think that's what,
I'm like, oh yeah, everyone needs cheese. So apparently that sales pitch didn't work because I didn't.
We did High Noon Saloon.
You really like that one.
I love that one by Slugfest Games. $25. I did not buy it, but it's tempting. And basically, you go into a bar and. You're a cowboy, different version, a character of a cowboy, and you take turns basically trying to kill the other 2 people, but you can hit them with frying pans, chairs.
Or 3 people, and you play up to 4.
Oh, yeah, you can play up to 4, sorry. And it takes place all in a saloon. That was fun because you would have to reload your gun, see how you roll dice, how many bullets you have, how much it takes off the, what do you call it, your life.
Yeah, your life.
You can hide behind bars and, That was kind of cool. I like that one a lot.
Yeah, these are by the same makers of Red Dragon Inn. If people out there have heard of that one, I've played that one in the past, and that's a fun one where it's pretty much fantasy setting. You go to an inn, and you are trying to pretty much be the last one standing by out drinking all your opponents. So you got a life force and your drunk force and your wounds because you can hurt people, and as soon as one passes the other, you're out. So that's a fun game to play too.
Okay, the other game, and I have to say this might be my favorite game of the whole thing, next to High News Saloon. Both of these came close. Is called Tomorrow.
Tomorrow was fun.
Tomorrow.
Have you played it, Blake?
No, but that's what I always say.
Tomorrow.
I love you.
Mañana.
Tomorrow. Basically, it was, you have this whole world, the world.
It takes place in the not too distant dystopian future where
the cosmic universe.
Where the world.
Oh.
Where the planet Earth is being very overpopulated.
Mm-hmm. And you're the leader of the country, basically a region of the world. I was China. I was Asia, basically.
Yeah,
I was just China.
You were China. I was Russia. They have India.
Yeah.
The Arab nations.
You have these little wooden guys that are that represent your population. So basically, what happens is you can make friends with everybody else in the world. Different leaders of the other world. But you have different cards that you can do a biological attack on them. Basically, you're trying to decrease their population and keep your population.
Yes. You want not enough resources on the planet, so you want to decrease the population of the world without decreasing the population of your country.
Yes. But the whole time, the world clock can tick down, and you can all be screwed.
Yep.
So it's a fun game. I want to play with Blake because you're sinister like me.
So basically, it's a game of genocide.
Yes,
pretty much.
All right.
And the best part is the guy who was
demoing.
Demoing it. He kept trying to buddy up to Jeff, and
we're buddies, we're friends.
Because he was India, right?
He was India.
Okay.
And I was running Russia.
And the one guy can, you have different things. You can do cyber attacks online in the game. You can be, one guy can be in charge of the order that people go in. That can get kind of dicey. People want to go first or last, or some people don't care. I didn't care. So the demo guy goes, the one thing you don't want to do is, you can do biological warfare. People can block those, like for other countries. Yeah. Or you can do a nuclear attack. There's other attacks too. Yeah. And he's like, but I would not recommend that first off the bat.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that early in the game. That's a late game.
What did I do, Jeff?
You nuked in the first round.
I nuked in the first round. Just to see what happened. And I think they were shocked by it. Yeah. So, it is a fun game. The only issue I had was it was $60. It was a little expensive.
A little expensive.
And then to get the wooden little nuke guys, I think the people too, right?
I thought the people came with it, but I could be wrong.
Yeah. That was an extra $20. So for $80, it was a really fun game. I wanted to play it again. I think Blake would be great at it because I would love to just see how sinister we can all be. Jeff is too nice.
What do you mean I was too nice? I sent some biological weapons at you, which spilled over into the guy who was trying to be friends with me's country, so pissed him off.
That is true. You can send biological attacks and they can seep into other countries. You have tanks. It's a fun game. Then we did Pirates, Ninjas, Robots, and Zombies by Rather Dashing.
Yeah.
$20. It was a card game. It was a fun game.
Yeah, tile laying game.
Yes. And that was one that you didn't need any experience. Like, the best part is that all the rules were on, like, half a page.
Yeah.
So you were just trying to get the most robots, zombies, pirates or ninjas, whichever one you were on the out on the cards. And you can block and do different things. We played Marvel Dice Masters.
Marvel Dice Masters was really fun. I really enjoyed that, even though Jason kicked my ass in that.
I did. Never played any of those games before, and I kicked Jeff's ass.
Now, are the Dice Masters in the universe or the cosmic universe?
It could be the cosmic.
I think right now they just have the universe, because I think they're only Earthlings or people on Earth, because Superman's not in Marvel.
But he was saying, the demo guy said, good luck trying to find it.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Maybe in the cosmic universe you could.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's incredibly popular and a low print run to begin with, so they're trying to catch up to orders, and it's tough to find. I'm surprised they had enough to demo, or they even bothered to demo since they couldn't sell it.
Subdivision for
We're going to demo this game, but you can't buy it.
That was pretty much. They want you to remember it when you finally can buy it.
in 3 years.
In 3 years, well, it sounds like they need to get little kids in China to make it for them.
We played Subdivision. We played the whole game of that.
Yeah, we played a long game of Subdivision.
From Beezier Games.
Now, why would you play a game full of math? I mean, Division's the toughest.
It's not that type of division. It's the long division we played.
Yeah.
That was actually the game when you texted us about Axis and Allies.
Yeah.
We were still playing Subdivision for an hour and 10 minutes later.
That's when he said, yeah, we should have been playing Axis now.
Yes, I said, well, we probably after that.
It was a fun game to play, but, it kind of felt like it took too long.
Yes, you were trying to build your own subdivision with houses, industrial areas.
There are different ways to score points, so at the end you add up the points, whoever there's the most points wins.
If you buy lakes, you get you get a lot of points.
Apparently lakes are where it's at, because, I tied for the lead, and
you had no schools.
I had no schools, but I had lakes, and
I had more schools, and I lost by a lot. I sucked.
It sounds like an educational game.
It was a fun game, but not something I would probably play again. And then finally we played Princess Bride, Prepare to Die. That was another apples to apples. It was by Game Salute. Basically, you got a card. What was it? Hello, my name is Oprah Winfrey. And then the other people would send out cards, and you had to pick the best one.
On what Oprah Winfrey did, or what you did to Oprah Winfrey, and why Oprah Winfrey would want to kill you.
Yes. So, or different people like.
So it was like, hello, my name is Oprah Winfrey. You shaved my cat. Prepare to die, or something like that.
And then there's more than Oprah Winfrey.
Oh yeah.
Sounds like bad Mad Libs.
It kind of fit like that. I don't know if the replay in that game will be great.
I didn't think it was as funny. Some of the stuff was not as funny.
I think the problem. Well, I would play it if it was at my home game. I'd give you more cards because they only gave you 3 cards. So they give you something. You have 3 cards to choose from. Problem is, I never had a card that came anywhere close to matching the person. So yeah, like the first game, I lost. I don't think I got a card in the first game, so I said we got to play a second game because I got to at least win one. And I lost because the one thing is you throw a blind card in where you just take the next card off the top of the deck. So if that wins, nobody gets the point. So I lost to the blind a couple of times.
So there you go. There's your Gen Con review. Anything else on your end, Blake?
No, I had a good time. I'll be back there again next year.
We hope to be too.
Yes, we do.
It's time for Box Office Bombs.
Box office bombs. This week, The Expendables 3 made $16 million opening week.
That's not good for an Expendables.
Not good at all.
Not good for the old action heroes.
I mean, so that might have paid what? Stallone's salary?
Maybe.
Not even.
We'll get to the budget in a second here. Actually, it's unknown. They didn't even release it yet.
Yeah, not good.
Did anybody care about Expendables 3?
No.
Some people do. I think I need to... I don't know who they are, but...
I'm looking at you.
I still have to see the first 2 to care about the third one.
First one was fun.
I don't even think I've ever seen any Expendables.
I can probably tell you that they're all the same. I'm just going out on a limb on this one.
Yeah.
I think I saw like 5 minutes of the first one, and I got bored with it.
I liked the first one. It was enjoyable. It was like, oh, look at all these guys back together. I really don't care after that.
I think
Stallone really knows how to fuck an idea out, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
I think they're opening on an action sequence that bored me, so...
They're making an all-female version next.
Ooh.
So that should be interesting.
Les Expendables?
I don't know, but I think it comes out the same week as Ghostbusters, the female version. So.
Sweet. Oh, man, now I have to choose.
Yay, feminism.
I'm going Ghostbusters.
Okay.
Top 5 at the box office, August 15th through 17th. We wouldn't know because we were at Gen Con. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles made $28.4 million. Total of $117.5 million on a $125 million budget.
2 weeks out and they still haven't got their budget back domestically?
They will.
They will.
Guardians of the Galaxy was number 2, made $24.7 million. Total of $222 million.
That's a nice number. I like that.
I like that too. On a $170 million budget.
Oh.
Let's Be Cops.
Let's Be Cops did better than the Expendables?
Yes. Let's Be Cops made $17.7 million. I think it came out on Wednesday.
Okay.
So it made a total of $26 million in its opening week on a budget of $17 million.
Oh, that's good. They've just broke even.
And then some. Expendables 3, as we talked about, bombed. $16 million. Opening week on an unknown budget. And the movie that Paul still has no idea what it's about, and I've never even seen a preview for, The Giver, made $12.7 million in its opening week on a $25 million budget.
I've seen some people talking about The Giver, and I still don't know what it's about, but I think I saw it, some people on Tumblr when I was looking at her Tumblr account.
Tumblr.
And
You're trying to figure out Tumblr?
and so
I don't even know where I'm at in here.
some people were discussing it and like complaining about differences, like they changed something from the book. I'm like, oh, it was a book apparently, and a book that people who I follow on our Tumblr account would be reading. So
People do love the book. I've never read the book.
yeah.
Mitch, one of our listeners, did see it, and he sent us in a short thing. He said it was not as good as the book, and they took a lot of liberties.
Okay, so read the book.
Yes.
Oh, that's the utopian society created by government thing where they try to remove emotion and feelings or something and control everybody.
And I think you only can see in black and white or something like that.
Who knows?
I don't know.
There
Upcoming.
was no 1984
The
movie or book.
I'm just going blank there.
The year, the Macintosh commercial.
How blankets you have on just mystifies me. Hypnotizes
Gotta
me.
stay warm.
August 22nd, Frank Miller's Sin City, A Dame to Kill For.
That looks interesting.
Looks very interesting.
Yeah, I do want to see it.
Have you seen the movie poster that was banned because it had too much nibble?
Is that what it was?
Yes.
I did not.
Jesus.
Hold on.
Calm down, Jack. Great, the only single person here is going to be... We know what Jeff's doing tonight. Hey! Let's see here.
If I Stay.
If I Stay?
What the hell's that?
I have no idea.
I saw a commercial for that.
Oh! Yeah.
You saw it on Tumblr?
No, I saw it on television.
Oh.
It was something about, like, I suppose it's young adult thing, and I suppose the girl is, like, mortally wounded in some type of accident or something, and now she has to decide if she wants to go to heaven or stay on Earth or something.
And her boyfriend...
Don't go towards the light.
Yeah.
Go to the random flames. The one thing in it, like the boyfriend who's a songwriter, but she's never listened to his songs, or she's like, write me a song about myself, and he's like, no, I'm not. When she's sick or whatever, she's injured.
Then he finally does.
I bet you he writes. I looked at my wife and I said, I bet you I know where this is going.
Oh, gosh. I date a songwriter, but I don't hear any of his songs.
Have you ever dated a songwriter?
No.
Stripper, but not a songwriter?
Yeah.
And you were quite popular on Twitter this week with a thing. Amy was upset from Culture Band when she was not invited to the show.
Oh, yeah.
And my Dr. Number One said, I think you only can be a co-host if you've dated a stripper.
That's right.
So...
And we weeds out all the normal people.
He did say also, Blake dated a stripper, best host ever. And when the game stands tall, which looks bad.
When the game, what's that about?
Football?
Basketball?
Some kid in... football, it is football. It's bocce ball.
Bocce?
Well, I know it's football because I saw the big standee when we were at the theater last and thought...
It's about jarts.
It's
Duck.
That's why one of the guys dies in it. Basically, one of the football players dies in it, and the team has to come together. So.
Yay.
Yay.
Sappy.
Feel
Yeah.
good.
So there's your box office news. That's right. It's Chris Pratt news.
Oh, it is?
Pratt. Yeah, I wrote Nathan Fillion. It's actually Chris Pratt news.
Oh, all right.
I'm so confused.
Chris Pratt was better known as the class clown in high school, and was, quote, the kind of guy who could crack a joke in class and never get in trouble for it, and one of those students who was popular with everyone.
He's kind of that way on the set of Parks and Recreation.
Oh, when you're there a lot?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, okay. Tell us about it, Jeff. How is the Parks and Rec?
Oh, it's great. They love me there. They give me, free pizza.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Strippers?
No, they really don't.
Okay.
They don't bring out the strippers, but hey.
Did you see, have you seen the poster?
Yeah, I'm looking at the poster here. And
From Sin City?
yeah, you have to really struggle to see a nipple, but I suppose it is there.
Just squinting to see the nipple.
Maybe if you enlarge it, it might help you a little bit.
Well, the poster's bigger than my computer screen, so it might be more obvious on the actual poster.
You can't expand the computer screen, Jeff. You can only zoom in.
Yeah, no, I can expand. See,
There you go. Can you see it now?
I mean, I suppose that would be considered. I mean, it's kind of
Did
through.
you get the doctored one up, or you got to go with the original one? That's the uncensored one.
Well, I don't know. I just kind of found an image, and
He found a nipple on a poster. He's excited.
you don't see that every day.
You had the Farrah Fawcett 1970s poster in your room, didn't you?
No.
David Hasselhoff running through the water.
In the 70s?
Maybe. On Knight Rider.
Knight Rider, yeah. I had,
That's 80s.
I had the Daisy Duke poster. There you go.
There you go.
It is the internet. There's something called porn. It's a lot easier than squinting at a poster with a nipple on it. I almost got this nipple.
Almost there.
Oh, look, gangbang2000.com. It's easier, Jeff. Let's see. Shout outs, promos. Again, thank you to Oomba for the interview.
Yes, thank you very much, Oomba.
Thank you to Gen Con for being a great host.
Yeah.
We're on Stitcher.
Yes,
Stitch it.
You can listen to us on Stitcher. You can find us on iTunes. You can find us at musingsofageek.com with the rest of our podcast brethren.
All 87.
We've got a whole lot of them out there. A lot of them worth listening to. We did hear some bad news here, though, that Best of the Worst. Well, the good news, Best of the Worst movie podcast. The guys are coming home. They're out deployed. They will be home, I think, at the end of the year. The bad
Is this on their
news
latest episode?
I think they threw that out on Twitter or something.
Oh, okay.
Or an email. Yeah,
okay.
we got an email.
Okay.
And but they are when they're coming home. But then they're also going to be ending the Best of the Worst movie podcast.
Boo.
They said they actually want to watch movies that they want to see.
Good call.
So they're going to have their awards. And they
Which we're presenters for, all three of us.
Awesome. They extended a thing to everyone in the musings to see if they want to present an award. So we have been asked to present the worst of the worst. So the worst movies that is on there. So I feel like
Catwoman.
I feel like it's a great honor bestowed upon us to get that particular category. So
everybody, get your tuxes ready.
Yes. So we'll be presenting that award.
Okay.
In a future Best of the Worst movie podcast.
Okay.
Excellent.
And quick independent comic book review this week.
All right.
Independent comic review.
I read Robyn Hood.
Spelled with a hymen.
Yes. Robyn Hood.
Because it's a lady named Robyn.
Yes. Lady Robyn.
Number one.
So Robyn ran away.
Writer Pat Shand. Artwork by Larry Watts. Very, very well done. Loved it. We got an advanced copy of it, so thank you for that.
Yes, we like the female anatomically correct characters.
And seriously, cover from...
It'd be great for 14-year-old boys.
Jeff
Or
looking
the guys from 40 going on 14.
Or Jeff looking at a poster for fun.
Exactly. Or Jeff, you can put that poster away.
No, that's fine. This is good until we need to look up something else. I can keep this image up.
No, but seriously, we liked Robyn Hood.
Yes. Artwork is beautiful.
It is good art. That's one of the first things that popped out at me.
Yes. So basically, Robyn Hood is, in this day and age, she's a private detective, investigator, who
just happens to have a quiver of arrows on her back.
Yes.
Well, this is a continuation of a shorter or a miniseries.
Yes. Marion is her partner in this, which I thought was kind of funny that they have,
Partner. Yes.
Yeah. And basically, they get these. They obviously get jobs in that for their investigation agency. People come to them asking for help in that. Robyn Hood can kick ass. In the first scene in it, she's basically setting up a political politician. Put a ball gag in his mouth and took pictures
Using her
Didn't I
wily
see that on
ways,
Sons of
wily
Anarchy?
female ways.
And so she can kick ass. It's a great... we got the first issue. I think it comes out August 23rd. So go to local comic book store and get it. Like I said, I liked it a lot. Had enough action, especially in the first issue. Obviously laying some groundwork in that. More so, than from the miniseries they're just trying to build. And it does have like some of the magical aspects of it too. The priest at the end looked very, very creepy. So definitely take a look at it. Again, like I said, it comes out August 23rd.
Yeah, Robyn, she has the knack for making bad situations worse.
Yes.
And when she happens across a mysterious being only known as the priest, harvesting souls of young witches, she uncovers a vast and ancient conspiracy that'll make her and Marion the targets of immensely powerful individuals. But the hooded archer isn't one to be made a victim.
And Marion is a witch in it, so just to let you guys know.
Ooh.
So, like I said, from Pat Chand and Larry Watts. So take a look at that. It comes out soon. And like I said, there's your comic book review of the week. I would give it a B+ probably right now. And I think it can go up.
Can go up.
Yes.
All right.
So there you go.
So on the Doc Thirst scale, you would
I
give
have
it
no idea.
You would give it a plus.
Oh, it's a +1. It's
Okay.
a +1. Not a -1. It's a +1.
Okay.
So on your scale, it'll probably be 10 out of 13 forks.
Okay.
So
All
there
right.
you go. So what's next?
I don't know. What
Top
is
5.
Oh,
Well-oiled machine.
I thought you had something else you were going to say
No,
about that.
good.
I'm sorry.
Good. I'm good.
All right. Well, then we need some music.
Top 5 this week. What are we doing, Blake, for top 5?
We're doing one of my favorite topics. That's cosplay costumes at Gen Con.
That's right. So, if you've never seen cosplay, it's people that dress up like superheroes, Dungeons and Dragons, pretty much anything they love.
Whatever you want.
Yeah.
So-
Whatever you want. And I just know. Well, I know Blake's list is going to be full of one particular type of costume. Thinking Jason's is probably going to be 4 out of 5 on that.
Oh, I think you know what mine is. So,
I think we could probably say this is probably like the group top 5 since
Yes.
everybody's got
I
everybody.
don't remember if it's the top 5. We can just throw some of them out there that we like. So
Yeah, we could just throw them out. Why not?
Yeah, I suppose we don't really have to order them. But mine, I went more for the things that that's a unique and original idea. I mean,
like a nipple on a poster.
Like a nipple on the poster.
well, if you can get by with it, they were trying to get no. But it's like, okay, you dress as Harley Quinn. Everyone sees 38 Harley Quinns. I didn't put any Harley Quinns on my
I
list.
couldn't get enough of Harley Quinn. Especially the naughty ones.
And then Deadpool. I mean, Jesus Christ, we got drunk taking a drink every
Deadpool.
time we saw a Deadpool.
Yes, we did play the drinking game.
I would probably say the trend starting last year and the year before, more and more and more Harley Quinns.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was probably the #1 female outfit there again, at least for the past 2 years in a row.
No, I believe it.
Yeah.
And therefore, it won't make
So
my list.
therefore, it is my #1 Harley Quinn.
We're not going in order this week. We're just throwing
We're
them
just
out
throwing
there.
them out.
Was it one particular Harley Quinn, or
There
just
was
the
one
fact...
in particular, which was against Jason's favorite, and standing next to.
Oh,
Yeah, we
yes.
should post that picture up on our website.
We should. Catwoman.
Yeah, lots of Catwomen's.
Yes.
You had Halle Berry-ish Catwomen. You had Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwomen, and you even had what's her name Catwomen from Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Oh,
So Anne Hathaway.
Yeah.
Anne Hathaway version Catwoman.
And you had
Were there any Eartha Kitt Catwomen? I didn't see any.
No, there was Eartha Kitt
Yes,
just
I
walking
did.
around.
I did see
Did
an Eartha Kitt Catwoman. She was
Really?
in the costume contest. She had that old 1960s outfit on.
You sure it wasn't Eartha Kitt? It's still doing it?
Or was it the
No,
Julie
this-
Newmar?
Oh.
Ah.
The Catwoman one that I liked was from the Arkham video game.
Okay.
So very well done. It actually was pretty accurate, like everything top to bottom. So well done. And I had a Harley Quinn. I like the Harley Quinns. I like the ones with the big hammer. I like them.
Yes.
So that was kind of fun.
But-
Jeff,
But it
Jeff?
just wasn't original. Oh,
Just wasn't original.
just wasn't original.
Just wasn't a nipple
I didn't
on a
see
poster,
you.
was it?
I didn't see you dress up.
You're right, I didn't, because I couldn't
They
think of
put
anything
time and effort
original.
into all these.
I couldn't think of something original. Why do it if you're going to be like everyone
Nah.
else? I will say, I know one that you took a picture of that I liked
You know
was
what I didn't like?
the guy dressed as Clark Kent.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah,
That
with
was funny.
like you could see his Superman shirt underneath, and he's holding a sign saying, "Even I admit it, Batman is better."
Yes.
Yeah, that was funny.
He's actually on our Facebook page, so.
Yes, yeah.
You know what
posted
annoyed
that.
me? People running around in Spider-Man outfits but not wearing the mask.
Really? I didn't see
Yeah.
that.
Well,
I
I
hate when
see,
that happens.
I've seen a couple guys and young men running around
they were doing
Spider-Man
the.
outfits but not wearing the mask. I'm like, put the
They were
mask
doing
on.
that. They were doing that out of the Tobey Maguire series because his mask came off every
All the time,
every
yeah.
movie.
Andrew Garfield, the first one that he did too. Come on, cops were surrounding him. They couldn't find his face, see his face. Bullshit. Fuck you, Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I did think the problem I had with Spider-Man is the ones that don't wear underwear, and you have this big spandex outfit, and you got hello floppies pointing at you.
You got a little nub pointing out at you
Yes.
from the crotch.
It's not.
I saw one
family-friendly.
of those guys.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
it was not good.
No.
We don't need to know if you're circumcised or not.
No.
Cover that shit up,
The ones with Harley Quinn.
or at least wear a cock piece or something. For Christ's sake,
cock piece.
cock piece,
Oh God, whatever.
cod piece, cock piece, whatever you want to call it.
The
Cup.
Riddler. There was a Riddler. I like that. He was standing next to Harley Quinn and Catwoman.
Yeah.
He had the big cane. Always liked the cane.
Which,
Yeah.
which Riddler?
It
Was it more like the like green spandex suit?
no,
Riddler,
no.
or
It was the suit. It was the
Okay.
suit with the hat, which is my favorite.
I
one.
agree. I just
pretty
I didn't
good.
want the.
I like that.
I was perplexed by Stilt Wonder Woman, where the stilts were like these big long red boots, almost kind of something out of a nightmarish Yellow Submarine Beatles
Yeah, I did see a picture that
cartoon. I was like, what the hell's up with that?
a picture where there were like a couple of different stilt superheroes
Scary.
running around.
I did not like. I have to say, it's not the person wearing it. It's the outfit in general. The old Wonder Woman outfit. Costume. I hate that outfit. It was awful.
You don't like
The Linda Carter?
No.
Oh, you're wrong.
Whatever.
They grew up in the 70s. Calm down, people.
It'll
Although,
work.
well, since you called me out because I didn't dress up, I did see a costume that somebody's wearing that I thought I could pull that off. That's ingenious. And that was the guy dressed up as Porkins from Star
Porkins from Star Wars.
And I'm like, I could do that.
Unfortunately, he was actually trying to be Luke Skywalker.
Heavyset bearded guys are not dressing up as Luke Skywalker. We know better than that.
Yeah, I was kind of disappointed in the number of stormtroopers and Boba Fett's that were there this year.
Yeah.
There was definitely less than last year.
Well, that's because it's not original to be a stormtrooper.
Yeah, but I still saw my token fat Darth Vader. Yeah.
Yes, there was a couple of those.
Yeah.
He really let himself go.
Yeah, when you're done conquering the universe, nothing to do but eat.
Cosmic Universe?
Yeah,
He's
cosmic
cosmic.
universe. The never-ending infinity.
The Infinity Cosmic
I
Gauntlet
did think
verse.
there was a really good The Dude from Big Lebowski.
Yeah, you said, "Oh, there's a dude," and I couldn't find him. I missed him.
He had the robe, the flip-flops, the beard. He was, he
the
was
dude.
perfect.
Awesome.
So-
I'm sure he wasn't Jesus.
He was not Jesus. I don't think so.
Like I
Unless
said-
he came in a bathroom.
Like I said, I know several years back for Halloween, I pulled off a good Walter Schulchek.
There's
from,
a couple of those there,
yeah.
too.
Oh, I didn't see.
Yeah, there's like one or two
I
of
could
those.
pull that one off.
Yeah. So I did like The Dude. That was a pretty good one. So anyone else have any?
You know what's tailed off for the past couple years as every year goes by? There used to be lots of Lara Crofts.
Mm-hmm.
There were lots of girls running around in little, safari bikini shorts.
Well, now they're wearing a little bit
tops.
less than Lara. Lara Croft wears too much clothes for a lot of these women.
Yeah, that's true. So I've seen some Poison Ivies.
There's some Poison Ivies.
Some Poison Ivy seems to be a popular one too.
I always like the ones that wear that, male or female, but like they have their outfits and then they have like a ginormous gun with them or a staff or something. And it's like, you gotta carry that shit around. It's like,
Yeah.
no.
That's the bad influence of bad Pathfinder art.
Oh, because they all got them huge
They all got
weapons
these, you got
that no one
these-
could possibly wield.
Yeah, exactly. They're wearing this armor where they got their fist nails are 3 times as big as their head, and
Or is that as bad as Final Fantasy with the giant swords?
Yeah.
Remember that? Oh,
crazy.
God.
Yeah, that's another
swords.
anime. If you're in an anime costume, I'll just ignore you. I mean,
Now, if you were into a niche, there were a lot of cute girl Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon chicks running around with the little fur leggings and the tails and the ear things flopping around.
Not floppies, but the tails flopping.
Yeah, no floppies, but yeah, exactly.
They were all dressed as Spider-Man.
Yeah,
I'd say, I know there were a couple of good, like, throwback ones. Not all this new stuff. Like we saw the guy Dirk the Daring.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was a great one.
And
Dirk the Daring from
Dragon's Lair.
Lair,
Nice old
video
late
game.
'80s throwback,
That
and
was
it's
really
like,
good outfit.
I forgot about that one. Yeah,
and
that
it's
was
like,
good.
yeah, that's it. That's the guy who gave
fit.
some thought.
He was not overweight, and
No. He was
he
the
fit
right
the mold.
body type to play
Yeah.
a Dirk the
He
Daring.
was not
Yeah.
a fat Darth Vader.
Did you guys see the Big Daddy from BioShock?
I did not.
There was a guy walking
didn't
around
notice.
as Big Daddy and that big thing. I don't
Yeah.
think he'd get through the front door, though. That was the problem. His costume was too big. He's out walking around the sidewalk, and he's like, yeah, I'm going to Gen Con. Fuck.
Can't get in the door.
Can't get in the door.
Quick, someone wheel me around to the service entrance.
But it was good. It looked like somebody from Gore made the costume, you know?
You love the band so much. Why didn't you
Yeah,
join Gore?
exactly.
I
You know what? Also, every year there's always the Renaissance Tavern Wench.
Yeah.
A bunch of them running around, their bustiers and all that kind of stuff. Not that I'm complaining about that, but
Oh, the one thing I'd like to say, with like all the guys who wore kilts, I don't think I saw a single guy wearing kilt there that looked like they were wearing like my sister's Catholic school uniforms.
well, that's good.
Because that's what every time you see people wear kilts, I just think you're just wearing my sister's skirt that she had to wear
look like
for.
real good Scottish.
Yeah.
And there was a couple of
Celtic.
vendors there too.
There's a lot
Yeah.
of kilt vendors. I've seen a new trend. A lot of that Renaissance, leather armor,
Yeah.
leather bodices, leather, outfits. Taking off an awful lot.
And what's up with Fez hats? Somebody help me here.
And
Yeah,
that is the
is that the
first
new
year
trend?
that was there. It's a Fez hat, probably because everybody was buying Fez hats there because it was a goofy thing. It was only there, and they could buy a Fez there and not be judged.
Is that it?
Because you can't wear that shit anywhere else.
Is that like from a book, game, movie?
No, it's just a goofy ass Fez with like a cartoon Cthulhu on it, or other Fezes.
They're very
with,
hipster.
Well, yeah, I know there was a booth,
Pathfinder.
a specific booth that was just selling fezzes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
But I was just wondering, is that a trend that was, or did they just?
hipsters like it.
It was a big hit this year. Everybody's walking around with Fezes. I'm like, what the hell are you doing?
I did see, this was not from Gen Con, but one of my all-time favorite cosplays was a guy dressed as Galactus. And he had the big boots, and he was about
Was he
8
on
feet
stilts?
tall.
Probably.
He probably was.
Was he going to a disco?
No, he was not, but he had
No?
fish in his boots. They were perfect.
It's raining, man. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I thought maybe it was Kiss or something.
I didn't see any Kiss this year.
We did not.
I think I did.
Did you?
Did you see a Kiss?
I think I did see
Kiss
a
Army
Kiss.
guy?
Just like out of the corner of my eye, I thought, oh, there's Gene Simmons or whoever it was. But
Oh, okay.
maybe it could have been something else that just caught my eye, and I thought it was Gene Simmons. I don't know.
Was it the kitty cat?
Meow.
Who was that? Chris? Who was that?
Peter Criss.
Peter Criss. There he is. So that was all mine.
Any group costumes like?
Usually the Boba Fetts are running around.
Well,
you
yeah,
always see
12
the
Boba
family.
Fett. Boba Fett runs around alone.
true.
He shouldn't be with other Boba Fetts.
they're always
It's all about
with-
stormtroopers
always
I mean,
with
together.
Boba
stormtroopers
Fetts
together are allowed, but Boba Fett's there's only one, so
I
you
saw-
shouldn't.
You know what was missing this year were slave Leias.
I
Well,
didn't
Jeff,
see
Jeff
that.
had one.
I
Jeff had
only
an outfit
saw
on.
one Leia, and that was the white robes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Bun Leia.
I think I
But
saw
she was
that,
with her
but-
family, her husband and kids.
But I saw a child dressed as a
They were
Leia.
dressed as little Jedis.
But it was the bun-haired Leia and the white. But
yeah.
yeah, no slave Leias. I didn't
No
see any
slave
of those.
Leias. I'm
Except for
really
your job
disappointed.
outfit with the Leia in the
Oh
front.
yeah. But I mean, I wasn't dressed as Leia. I was
That's
just
true. That's true.
Jabba
Now,
with Leia.
There were some scary vampire chicks. Did you see those in the
There's scary
cosplay
vampire
booth?
guys,
Yeah,
too.
Scary vampire guys.
Yeah.
I think I've just become immune to seeing those vampire people from all
I
the
kept
other
thinking every time I walked past
LARPings.
them, is this a thing still? Is this a thing?
Yeah. And I seen a guy with a werewolf head walking around, the open chest shirt and jean pants.
Well, that's supposed to be the next big thing is werewolves.
Werewolves.
Yeah,
There
it
was a
will
guy
be.
that looked like the Mountain from Game of Thrones, but he's wearing regular clothes.
Oh, from the mountain? I think I saw the hound with the burnt face or something.
You saw a hound?
Yeah. Yeah, you don't know what.
I saw almost a dead-on Eddard Stark.
Beheaded?
No, this is with a head. He looked almost exactly like Eddard Stark. He almost.
It was actually really Sean Bean. He was looking for his next job.
Why wouldn't you go? Because there was the thing at Comic Con, San Diego Comic Con.
Some of them do it at Comic Con.
That what's his name?
Bryan Cranston.
But Harry Potter or whatnot.
Daniel Radcliffe.
Daniel Radcliffe showed up and he dressed as Spider-Man. So he's walking around and it's like, dress as Harry Potter. Everyone will think you are the best looking Harry Potter costume.
Did you see Cranston last year? He had a Walter White mask on.
Oh,
and
yeah.
And everybody kept coming up to him and said, man, your voice is dead on.
And then, he showed up. He walked out. Didn't he walk out onto the
Hall H or
the platform or whatever for the and took off the mask and it was him underneath?
Well, a couple of years ago when they were doing Amazing Spider-Man with Andrew Garfield, they had a Spider-Man ask a question in the crowd in Hall H, and then he flipped off his mask. It was Garfield who was walking around like that. So I'll give him props on that. I hope you couldn't tell if he was circumcised or not. I don't know. Just wear underwear, people, if you're wearing spandex. Something.
Or take some saltpeter.
But I will say one other thing that I did like. There was a group that was Steampunk Ghostbusters.
I did not see
there's
that.
a lot of steampunkers.
A lot of steampunk. Normally steampunk wouldn't make my list.
I do remember seeing them.
Normally it wouldn't make my list, but they added a little bit to it. They, Ghostbuster looking packs or whatnot, but still under steampunk looking aesthetics. So I wanted to give them props for something a little different than just your normal steampunk, which pretty much gets glossed by anymore because it's way too common to see.
Like vampires. They glisten.
Oh, if they had glistening vampires and I saw them, I'd punch them. I'd thug them right in the face.
Punched them. That was all I had. Anyone else? Anyone?
And my number one.
Oh, we haven't touched your number one?
No, we touched my list.
Put it on the board. Well, good job, Jeff. This is the first week that you have not had a top 5 taken out.
That's right.
I know, but you screwed Blake's number one when I said Harley Quinn's.
Yeah.
And he's like, that's my number one. I'm like, yeah, everyone does it.
Everybody's number one.
I did like they had Riddler, Harley Quinn, and Catwoman next to each other. They had Riddler in the middle. I thought that was kind of cool. I had the Rogue Gallery. So there's a lot of Jokers. Saw a lot of Jokers. But everybody, like you said, Jeff, is going to the Heath Ledger Joker.
Yeah, everyone's doing Heath Ledger. Yeah. It's like anymore.
Caesar Romero.
Yeah, or at least Jack.
Ugh,
well, yeah, but like I said, everyone just smeared face paint. And
I killed your parents. No, you didn't. Now you're really fucking with this Origins. God,
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get Jason on a tangent.
Fucking Tim Burton. He's a piece of shit. Fucked over the Batman thing. Okay, moving on. Still better than Joel Schumacher, though. So there you go. There's your top 5 community version this week. Bad idea number 128. Not taking a shower for the whole convention.
I've seen that.
You've smelled that.
Yeah, you smelled that. And I would like to know how many people actually go there with no hotel rooms or whatever and stay there for the whole 4 days using the public restrooms. And just sleeping in the hallways, because you see people sleeping in the hallways all over the damn place.
Yeah, really? And I mean, they're
walking around in between the conventions and the hotels.
And there are people up all night, so it's not like it gets quiet at one point or whatever.
Hours.
It's 24 hours. So
there's got to be thousands of people that go there with no hotel whatsoever. Hotel room or place to stay, and they sleep in the hallway. They just wake up. You rinse off in the public in the restrooms, and then you just go to your next one.
Well, I did hear one of the
Hopefully
demo
they
people
at least bring their deodorant.
Yeah,
I did hear one of the demo people demoing the female. It was Friday night, and she goes, "It already smells like Saturday afternoon convention here." That's never a good sign.
Yeah.
There is a couple of things like you walk past the booth and there's somebody there, and you're like, "Oh, that's not good." So there you go. There's your bad idea for the week. And Roger says goodbye.
Goodbye.
You are now leading the world of Musings of a Geek podcast network. Stay geeky, my friends.